up for the power mover of the hour is Dollar Thrifty, ticker symbol DTG. We've got shares of this rental car company soaring on news. What'd they do? Hertz has made a $2.24 billion offer for the company. So it's nothing they did. It's that Hertz wants them. The Hertz offer shakes out to be about $72 a share. That's 24% more than an earlier $1.44 billion offer Avis made for the company. Hertz is looking to defeat a planned combo of Avis and Dollar Thrifty after having an earlier offer rejected. So this is a big battle. This is like boyfriends and girlfriends in high school. Hertz already owns about 1.6% of Dollar Thrifty's outstanding shares. Shares of Dollar Thrifty here up 13%, as we said, hitting a 52-week high today. Let me just quickly show you, though, a 5-year chart, because this indeed shows that we are getting a much better picture here. So this is a rare look. Usually 5 years ago, a lot of these stocks were higher, but at the moment, looking not bad at all. But let's look at some of the other names here, specifically Hertz. Hertz is down just about 17 cents at the moment, or 1%. Not a totally big deal, but Avis is higher by just about 2/3%. So a lot of action in that space today. Let's get to Nicole Petalides at the floor of the New York Stock Exchange for a look at some leaders here.
Looking at the Dow Jones Industrial.
$3 billion market cap company out there in the rural areas where you're really bringing phone and internet service to everybody. Nice to have you.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Just what we laid out in that quick intro, very accomplished, a very busy plate here that you have for yourself. I know you can't sit here in 2 seconds and say, how'd you do it? But when you were first starting this odyssey, what did you think to yourself? How am I going to become what I really aspire to be? Failure.
It's a learning experience.
What was the biggest failure you endured? In your current position right now at Frontier Communications, as you're looking at a very competitive business, I mean, sometimes you look and say, well, who does Frontier compete with? And some people even say AT&T. So you've got an $8 billion market cap.
To live in a city that's small for lifestyle and livelihood, you should have the same telecommunication
packages. Yet front page of the Wall Street Journal today, CEO compensation is up 11%. We like people who are successful here at Fox Business. We don't have a problem with that. It's just that it seems that boards don't look down the road and realize that things can turn sour, and then CEOs are ousted and somebody says, why'd you give him a $50 million parachute out?
Right.
Even in light of bad behavior.
I think that, and I do sit on the
Good luck. Thanks.
Thanks.
Closing bell ringing in 30 minutes. 3 million of you get water from this company, and water's not. Mark Cortazzo back one last time to give us his #1 moneymaker. What is it?
It's the iShares Mid-Cap Index.
This up Monday.
There we go. Now you can hear us.
Exactly.
How about housing, by the way, Nicole? We had these awful housing numbers. The actual amount that you can sell your house for has gone down, down, down. Is that affecting the market at all?
I mean, that is the...
And Brent was up more than 5%. So across the globe, we saw higher gasoline and oil
Even
prices.
though the market was up, we asked, what toll is this oil price yo-yo going to have on your wallet and corporate America's bottom line? Joining us, Moody's.
David, they had 1,500 employees in California. Now they're down to 600 because it's so onerous there. And also, in just a few hours, we should mention that House Speaker John Boehner will be giving a key speech about cutting government spending, David.
Well, and it's interesting. You mentioned housing taking a beating again. Zillow finding home values dropping 3% in the first quarter.
Start with the optimist here, Dolly. Where does the hopes really spring from? Because we've started to see this bottom that just is stuck in mud for home prices.
There's no question. There's a bottom stuck in mud. There's a merry-go-round we can't get off, right? Foreclosures, dropping prices, more foreclosures, and we keep going round and round. Palo Alto, San Francisco
Silicon
area.
Valley.
Exactly. All those places actually have very good, stable home prices.
Real estate problem, is that correct?
Well, we're going to have one because we have...
Buy here because I'm comfortable with the price now.
They are, but then they kind of change their mind again the next month.
Shadow inventory.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and Greg, the question is valuation. How does anybody realistically value in this?
New York, look, it's a cover your rear end story, right? The appraisers are better off valuing low and not having to...
That this is still the United States of America. The demand for real estate here is still strong if you're home.
What are these foreigners buying?
Condos in Boca?
He gets to go to Vegas for free. So why would they buy anything? You know, I never understood the market.
The high
there at all.
rollers, exactly.
Even the medium rollers, even low rollers.
But for a while there, it looked like California housing, 700,000 around that level, started to come back. Remember that about a year ago?
Yes.
Did that just stop?
Well, the gas prices don't help,
No.
right? Okay, so anything with a suburban sprawl is going to be in trouble. You have to drive, you're dead.
And don't forget about it.
To who did it look like a
government-
wonderful idea?
Well, to the industry, that they were going to encourage this quarter of their history in the second quarter of last year. And we knew that we were going to see, they were going to steal transactions from the future. We knew that. Anybody who's going to buy in August was not.
Dolly Lens. I like this conversation.
You guys
Do
are
it again.
terrific. Please come back.
Thank
Except,
you.
Dolly, we got to get a little stool for the
okay,
feet.
yeah.
They're quite kind of hanging there. Thank you, gang.
Thank
Good to
you
see you
very
both.
much.
Well, it's the hot place to be online, but will it be a hot investment in your report?
Breaking news. Let's take a look at the report that just came out on gasoline prices. Even though we saw a big drop in what we saw for crude oil last week. And
Would you please just make it stop? All right, thank you. Well, $3 billion value streets hunger for powerhouse social media companies to make their stock debuts. Should you be prepared to link up with their public shares, even if you can't get in on the IPO price?
let's bring back our goals of them, and I might be just a bit, except that this company does have a little bit of history here. It's been around for a long time.
No, I hear what you're saying. But looking at these stocks, I feel like, Gary B is right. I see another asset bubble, another bubble foaming here because.
So tell us in your own language, how...
To rock her.
So you've got a smarter business here, yet you're also faced with all kinds of global problems. I mean, just to mention, for example, the Japanese earthquake and tsunami, did you have a big Japanese clientele, and did you see a void once that disaster happened?
What you do, trying to find the right price that'll drive people, because the economy cast into the future.
This last winter, for the first time ever, 4 of our hotels, that makes it so much easier. You only have to get the other 50%. But what we have actually done, I'm sorry, we've improved services. We operate at the basis that
Getting the price down to bargain basement levels.
we absorb some of the price. We buy better. It's all included. This is exceptionally well. Our Jamaican hotels, St. Lucia, St. Lucia.
You had to bring up
They're
my
all
past,
full.
all right.
They're tremendous.
Yeah, by the way, St. Lucia's one of those adults-only places. Do you have a focus, whether you focus on the kids-only, or at least the families, or the singles places?
Yeah, beaches, resorts are for families. They're all full. Everybody's happy. We have had, so far for the year, we have over 90%. Do somersaults for your guests. Make sure when they come back, there are things that you have improved that they,
Success to you.
like you said,
Bear.
But right now, it's time for the Willis Report.